Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview of Boktor. And as always, no disclaimers for my crowdfunding coverage. I don't accept money from publishers. I just want to help you make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So if you watched my PAX Unplugged coverage, Boktor was my game of the convention, my favorite one. Although, to be fair, it's not really a PAX game. It's just one that I brought to PAX because I'd gotten the prototype the day before. And this is a 1 to 6 player quick playing dungeon crawl game. Think something like Tiny Epic Dungeons. You're going to be moving around these tiles, exploring new tiles and building out the dungeon. You're going up against one of 4 different bosses, at least in the prototype they sent. You'll be battling with a D20 die. Your characters have unique decks that they'll be leveling up with. The boss has a unique deck that will activate enemies each turn. And you are trying to level up enough and reach the tile of the boss to actually spawn them and then defeat them to win the game. And it's a pretty quick play, pretty straightforward mechanics. I do have some issues with the game and some things that I hope that they will improve for the final version, but I still like it quite a lot. So let's just jump in. It's a pretty easy game, and I'll explain things as we go. And by the way, I am playing the second simplest boss, which first of all makes the game easier, but also makes it a lot faster to play. Because I didn't want this to be a super long video, just want to kind of show you how things work and then move along. And you can play true solo with the game and control a single character, but I like 2 characters a little bit better. There were 6 in the box they sent me, the prototype, and I am using 2 of them. And I tried to use 2 kind of extremes. I've got Damas, who's a wizard. He can attack at range, and he likes to be alone when he fights. And then I've got Thras, who is a, Norse berserker kind of guy. And he attacks differently based on which enemies he's fighting. Damas has a very low life total. Thras has a ton of life. And they both start out with 1 energy. And I'm going to build out the tiles. You shuffle each level. You see 1, 2, 3 here separately. And then based on the boss, their spawn tile is going to be deeper in the deck. So here you'll see this guy, Minos, like the king. I guess he turned himself into a minotaur. I didn't think he was ever a minotaur. It's going between the 3 and the 4, and we need to get up to 5 ability cards. We need to level up a bunch of times to actually spawn him. Even once the tile is out, he won't come out right away. All right, so that is our little exploration pile there. And I mentioned leveling up. Whenever you level up, you draw 2 cards from your character's unique deck. You pick one, you put the other one on the bottom. So you're not going to know what all of these things mean yet, but let me explain a bit. First of all, each card is going to have an energy cost in the upper right, or at least most of them. This is timing of when you can use it. If it's a little toothy icon, it means you can use it during the monster turn. If it's a multiple helmet icon, it means you can use it during any player's turn, not just your own. And then here, let's see, I can find... if it's a green fox icon, it means you can only use it during your own turn. And then they'll tell what they do, and cards will usually have a little bonus down here as well, based on what tile terrain you're on. There are 3 room types. You can see it in the corner here. You can also see it in the color. There's poison, green, fire, red, and ice, blue. So both of these that I drew would have a bonus against ice. All right, so we've got Celestial Thunder. I can deal 1 damage to 1 monster on any tile, ignoring range, but it costs 2 energy. Usually attacking only costs 1. And if I'm in a blue tile, I can deal 2 damage instead. Or I've got Ice Lane, costs 1 energy during the monster turn. I can prevent 1 monster at up to 4 range from attacking and moving during this turn, or 2 monsters. Well, I'd rather be defeating the monsters than stopping them, so I guess I'll take Celestial Thunder, although I don't love either of these. And again, the second option goes to the bottom, and as we level up, we'll get new things. Okay, and then Thras is going to pick his. Okay, both of his can be used during either player's turn. If it has an icon like this, it is a single-use card. It's trashed afterwards, but it does not cost any energy. So, Motivation. A hero, including yourself, gains 3 energy. These are like the points you use for action, or if you're on ice, gains 4. Or Transfusion, you can lose 1 to let 1 ally recover 1 and gain 2 energy. Oh, which is 1 more than I would have spent. That seems pretty good. Let's get Transfusion. We can help Damas be awesome, especially since Thras has life to burn. Now, some icons that are on the place. We start in the central tile. These tiles will show you what enemies spawn on them. There are 3 types. There are Scarabs. They have 2 life. So the first time they get hit, this is pretty cool, you stab one of these wooden swords right into their, their heart right there. It shows they've taken 1 damage. When they take a 2nd damage, they die. And then the Naga with their spears, they can attack at range, but they only have 1 life. And the Harpies with their wings can move faster, but they have to be in your tile to attack, and they also only have 1 life. So only the Scarab has 2 life. And those are the 3 enemy types. The enemy cards will activate them differently, and they'll be spawning with tiles. And yeah, so let's just jump in and show you how a turn works. I guess we'll have Damas go first. He's a ranged fighter, so that seems to make sense. So I'll give him this little first player token. All right, so in a player's turn, first the active player gains 3 energy. We both started with 1, so Damas is up to 4. Then every player can use energy to move during the active player's turn. So Thras can use his 1 energy to move if he would like to. And any player can use energy to activate those any player's turn power. But only I can attack or activate one of my Fox powers if we had any. So there's a little bit of simultaneous play and playing during each other's turns if you want there to be. Okay, so the main actions, though, you can take are to move. Characters have a move value equal to this. Both of them only have 1, which means for 1 action, I can move 1 tile. Simple enough. And monsters don't hinder you. They don't, follow you. Nothing happens. And whenever you move into a tile, like this one that has exits, you're going to draw 1 tile at a time. You can rotate it how you like, and you're going to put it at one of those exits until you've covered every exit. The only rule is you do have to make as many connections as possible. So let's say I have a tile going here and this one going here, and I drew, a corner. I would have to make the 2 corners connect. It'll be more obvious when I actually show the tiles that I'm going to go with, because I don't think I want to move in yet. Maybe I want to attack first. So the other action you can take, but again, only if you are the active player, is to attack. So what you do is you spend 1 energy, and for Damas, he attacks at 0 to 1 range, which means an adjacent tile or in his tile, and he will deal 1 damage. That's a little POW symbol if he hits. Thras will attack twice for 1 damage each time, but he has to be in the same tile as them. Now, every character, by the way, has a different way of attacking. It's pretty cool. It's a unique system I don't think I've ever seen before. So, Heka attacks better as she gets hurt more. She hits more easily. Nissa cares about having other people with her because she's a rogue and she wants to backstab. Axios attacks better when there are fewer monsters in his space. Talia attacks better when she's at longer range because she can attack at range 2. And then Damas attacks better when he's not with a hero or with a monster. When he's alone, he hits on a 4+ on a d20. When he's with other heroes, he hits on a 7+. And if he's in the same space as monsters, he hits on a 13+. Whereas Thras just cares about which type of enemies he is attacking. He's bad at hitting the boss and harpies. The boss part really sucks. You want to have some skills to use it to actually kill the boss. He's pretty good against hitting scarabs, and he destroys Naga really easily. So what should I do for Damas? Actually, I think I have a good idea. Let's go ahead and have Thras move into this space over here, because remember, he can move even though he's not the active player. That way Damas is alone. Yay for simultaneous play. All right, so we pick 1 tile at a time. So this one is going to have a gate for more spawning. That's what this thing is, and that's what that icon means, but no actual monsters. I will have that go south, I guess. And then this one's going to have a scarab and a naga, but nothing else, and we can have that go here. This will certainly be one of those Mike zooms out or moves the camera around situations, just to make everything fit. There are 3 of these spawning portals, by the way, and whenever you would get a 4th one, you take the farthest away portal and you move it to the new space. So, they will kind of follow you and move with you as the game goes. There's also a limited pool of monsters. If you have to spawn a monster type and none of them remain, you spawn a different monster of your choice. If everybody's on the board, you're probably already in enough trouble. Okay, so Damas can now attack a bunch. What do I want to attack? Well, let's try to protect our friend here first. I'm now hitting on 4+, so let's spend 1 energy to shoot at, I don't know, the harpy that he's not good at attacking. 18, we got him. If you roll a 20, you get 1 energy back. If you roll a 1 in addition to missing, where's the 1? If you roll a 1, you fumble and you lose an extra energy. Wah, wah. But anyway, we have defeated that harpy. Whenever you defeat a minion, you get 1 experience on this wheel here. And that includes the scarabs, by the way. Even though they have 2 life, they're still only worth 1 experience. Whenever it comes around to here, every player gains 1 energy. And whenever it gets back around to here, we each get to draw 2 cards and keep 1, like at the beginning of the game. So that's how you level up. And remember, we have to level up to 5 cards. We each have 1 right now. So we have to level up 4 more times to be able to actually spawn the boss. Okay, I guess I'll attack the Naga next. Got him. And then I'll attack the Scarab to my left, did 1 damage. And then I'll attack him again. That was an 8, did 2 damage. So everybody in our immediate periphery is dead for the moment. All of these guys. Now, I will note that I didn't have to use all my actions. I didn't have to use all my energy. I could have saved some for a future turn, which is not a bad thing to do, but in this case, I did not. Okay, now we go to the monster phase. So I'm going to draw a monster card and apply its effects. We can use monster powers if we have them, like Thras could use Transfusion, and then the active player will pass and it'll be Thras's turn. So each boss this is pretty cool. There's a generic thing that the bosses fit into. So you see the little circle here. This is a beautiful prototype, by the way. If you can't tell, everything works kind of ridiculously well. So this is a little spinning wheel that is going to give you actually bonuses most of the time, although the tougher monsters make it worse. But if the skull gets there, you lose. So it is your main timer. But it's not moving every turn. 1 of the 7 cards in here advances this, so it only advances every once in a while. This is the boss's life once he spawns, 25 for Minos. Tougher monsters have more, of course. And this is his unique deck. And we're going to go ahead and draw 1. So this first part up here is the boss's activation. If he's not on the board, nothing happens. Okay, then we have spawning. This is on every gate. We're going to spawn a Naga. That sucks because they're next to us quite a bit. Then we have movement. In this case, Harpies and Naga are going to move 1. And then every single Naga is going to attack at 0 to 1 range. Let's look at those things. So 1 Naga in each gate, then 1 movement for each Naga. But Naga, unlike the Scarabs and the Harpies, since they have range attacks, they will not move into a hero's space if they're not already in it and if they're already at range to attack somebody. So all 3 of these Naga are already happy with where they are. Then they're each going to attack us 1 at a time at range 1. If more than 1 hero is in range, then the players get to freely decide who to block with because people do have different defenses. But yeah, this sucks. We're just going to see how it goes. So Damas is going to take 1 attack and then Thras is going to take 2. Each hero has a defense stat, 13 and 15 respectively here. And it doesn't cost anything to do it. For every attack you take, you roll. And if you roll your value or better, you block it. So Damas has taken his 1 hit. 15. Oh, wow. He actually blocked, which is great because he only has 5 life. But now Thras has taken 2 and he needs 15s. What? Okay. Wow. Yeah, he gets an energy and he blocks it. And then he does not block it. Okay. I was going to say, he can only have so much luck here, people. And that is it. That's an entire round. The game is pretty quick. So we're going to go to Thras's turn now. He goes up to 4 energy, and let's kill some things. Now, hopefully Naga won't activate again, because again, I left Damas with no energy, which isn't necessarily smart. And I'd like to get away from the gate, so I'm going to have Thras move up here for his first action. He will attack for his second. And he's got 2 attacks, each dealing 1 damage. He can apply them both to the same person or spread them out. And I believe you pick your target before you roll, and his little different totals or different target numbers are applied separately to the same roll. So here I'm going to attack the Naga and the Scarab. So if I roll a 7+, I'll hurt them both. If I roll a 3+, I'll hurt just the Naga. If I roll a 1 or a 2, I won't hurt either of them. Here I got a 6. Darn it. So I can apply 1 damage to the Naga. That does kill him, but I did not get any damage to the Scarab. All right, let's go again with that. We will double target the Scarab this time. Okay, 17. He is dead. 2 hits. Which gets us to here, so we are both going to gain an energy. Very nice. Oh, what am I doing? I should have already spawned. I guess I'll go this way. That's a Naga and a Harpy. And over here, is a healing scroll. If you move into that space, you automatically pick it up. And they can be used at any time except during an attack. So you can't use it to literally save somebody as they die. They can be used at any time to heal somebody for 2. And you don't lose the game if 1 person is knocked out. You have to use a healing scroll to bring them back. You lose the game if that Vortex card, the 1 card out of 7 that's going to advance the track, if that track on the boss thing advances too far, or if every hero is knocked out at the same time. And I've got 2 energy left. I could run in here and, I could try to kill them, although I'm pretty bad against Harpies. I could run the other way, so they probably wouldn't attack me. I mean, I'm not really going to be helping Damas either way. And there's not much point in moving him yet with his 1 energy he got, even though he could move, because he'll be in 1 range of 1 Naga either way. So. You know what, I will go, now if I move Thras over, there'll probably be new enemies there. I'll just sit where I am and save 2 energy for the moment. All right, and our new enemy card is focusing on Scarabs. So they're going to spawn Scarabs first. 1 on each gate. And then Scarabs would attack first, 2 damage, but 0 range. So luckily we didn't leave any alive. And then Scarabs and Naga are going to move up to 2. So the Scarabs want to get... We can pick one's equidistant. Let's go ahead and leave them here and then leave them behind. The Naga are happy where they are. Okay, this is cool. So we should be able to kind of escape the enemies quite a bit here if we don't just want to kill them. All right, so Damas is getting 3 energy up to 4. Remember, Thras has 2 left. Let's kill some things for leveling up, but also try to get away from the pack a bit. So I'm going to have Damas move 1 to here. Then I'm going to have him attack the Naga behind him. He needs a 4+ to hit for his second. Oh, that was close. So that gets us another experience. So I've got 2 energy left. Let's have a Thras move in there and pick up the healing scroll. See what new stuff we find. It is a little corner with a Naga and a Scarab. Yuck. Or sorry, a Harpy and a Scarab. We haven't drawn any Harpy cards yet, so that's a little bit more worrisome, whereas the Scarab and the Naga are less likely to activate. All right, and then Damas has 2 actions left. Let's go here, and let's shoot the Harpy for his last action, since he's equally able to kill them both, but Thras is way better against the Naga. And 6, we got the Harpy. And we're 3 experience away from leveling up, so that's nice. All right, Thras still has 1 energy left, but not really much point in using it yet. All right, and oh, there we go. This is that card I was talking about, the Portal one. Or sorry, the Vortex card it's called. And this is honestly just basically a reprieve because no monsters spawn and no monsters activate. Now, for the later bosses, some of them have nasty effects, but for Minos, it's mostly positive. Here, we're getting 5 experience for free. 1, 2, 3, level up, 4, 5. So we're going to do this again where we each get a card. Okay, so this is an item. These are usually the best option because they just have like an ongoing bonus. Here, the Grimoire of the Sphinx here attacks gain range 0 to 2, which is pretty dang good. Or Burning Hands. So it's a 1 energy, only hits on a 13+, so sometimes these abilities have 2 hit rolls as well. But it deals 2 damage at range 0, which is when Damas is terrible. Oh man, and if he's on a fire space, it hits on a 3+ instead of a 13+. It's going to be really good for the boss if the boss like comes in. Yeah, you know what? Even though I usually go for the items, I just like Burning Hands so much here. I'm going to get that. Okay, and then Thras gets, Boots of the Naiads. When you enter an ice tile, gain 1 energy max once per turn. Holy crud! I mean, Taunt has to be pretty dang good. Attract up to 2 monsters from 1 to 2 spaces onto your tile, ignoring line of sight. If I'm on a poison space, it's up to 4 monsters, which would definitely save him some time. But no, I mean, this is too good. This free energy is awesome. Although, actually, I'm kind of second-guessing myself, because Taunt can save him energy maybe more consistently than Boots of the Naiad. That'd be weird if I go for the non-item option in both cases. I mean, but here's the thing. Taunting, I'm probably going to move into the space anyway because I'll be exploring, so now I will get the boots. All right, and now, very awesome, nobody moves. We just go right back to Thras, and he's up to 4 energy. And don't forget, if he can get into some ice, he'll do that. He can also do a transfusion to boost Damas and get him extra energy, but I want to wait until Damas has taken at least 1 damage since it heals him. Oh, and it's range 0 unless we're in poison. That's annoying. All right. Gosh, do I want to go the other way? Because that tile sucks so much. And go fight the Naga. I'm better at fighting. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so 1, 2 energy to move in here. Damas has no energy left to follow at the moment. I do spawn, or not spawn, but place 2 things. Okay, that's a single Scarab. That's not too bad. And then this one is, a 4-way intersection. But that's okay. It's only a Harpy. It's not terrible. See, now I'm kind of wishing I'd gotten that taunt skill. Look how good it would be. So I've got 2 energy left. Well, let's spend 1 to kill the Harpy that's on me. So I'm double targeting him, and I needed a 3+, and I got a 2. Gosh, friggin'. Okay, I'll spend my other energy. Maybe I shouldn't. Should I just wait till the enemies come so I can hit more people? Yeah, you know what? I'll save my last energy and just let the Harpy, or not the Harpy, the Naga taunt me because I missed. And, okay, it is a Harpy focus activation, so we're going to spawn Harpies, and they're going to move, oh gosh, and Scarabs are going to move 1 too, and then they're going to attack for 1 damage. All right, trying to show where everybody is. Okay, so all the Harpies move 1 towards us, all the Nagas move 1 towards us. These ones, obviously, are the most worrisome. And then the only actual attack is on Thras. He has a 15+ defense. Blocked. Wow. We're rolling great for defense. Definitely say that. All right, we're coming back to Damas. And hey, nothing wrong with just killing monsters. That's how you level up and actually can fight the boss. So let's just go ahead and attack. Well, we'll go one at a time. We've got 3 possible attacks. And he is in a fireplace, ready to use Burning Hands. Sadly, it has 0 range. So he would love to just blast those scarabs with only needing a 3+ to hit. Right now, it's not the case. But he does only need a 4+ to hit because he's alone. Let's go after the harpies that Thras sucks at. So we'll shoot at that harpy first. That's a hit. 1 experience. It's 1 energy. We'll shoot at this harpy next. That's also a hit, so that's 2 energy, and we'll shoot at our last harpy. We're just trying to get rid of the ones Thras can't kill. That is great, and that actually got us on our experience to 1 energy back, so Thras has 2 energy, and I have 1, but remember, he can't attack because he's not the active player. But I'm actually gonna do nothing with my last energy. I don't want to move in and maybe get bitten by a scarab. They tend to, at least with Minos, attack and then move. With later bosses, they can be a little nastier in their activations. All right. Oh, and here we go, scarabs. Yep, 2 damage attack. Oh, crud, that's Thras. And then moving. Yes, we're getting now 2 more of them. Now, this part is awesome because Damas can burn all of those dudes with his flaming hands. Okay, so they do an attack on Thras first, by the way. He did not block this time, so he's down to 8 life because he took 2 damage. Oh, and then harpies also move 1. But yeah, and sorry, these guys. Oh, yeah, they just spawned, so they should have also moved. But yes, assuming we don't get attacked on Thras's turn, which seems pretty low because we've drawn 2 Harpy focus cards already, then Damas can just Burning Hands 3 times and kill those guys on a 3+, doing 2 damage each time, which is insanely good. But Thras is first, and he's up to 5 energy. Wow. Oh, and there is ice next to him, so he could get some free actions. But let's attack first. So he's going to attack the Naga and the scarab, I guess, that's on his space. And he got a 2. What is going on? There are, by the way, some characters that have mitigation things. We're not using them. Okay, now a Naga and a scarab again. Just the Naga. And now just the scarab. I need a 7+. That'll do it. Wow. So we got 2 experience and cleared out his space. But took a lot more actions than I would have liked it to. All right, then I am going to have him move 1 into here because it's an ice place, which means his boots activate and he goes back to 2 energy. And I'm going to the one that's going to spawn fewer things, so I don't have as much as to deal with. And I think I'm going to keep that the same and only go there. I don't want to go through the tiles too quickly. So that's a Naga. Should I move in and attack it, or should I save my 2 energy? I think I'll save my 2 energy for now. And here we go. Let's hope scarabs don't attack. It would seem to be weird if they do, because it's like 2 Harpy focus, 2 Naga focus, and 2 scarab focus cards in the deck, plus the Vortex one. Because we are spawning more Harpies, but we haven't gotten our 3rd portal yet, so that's super nice. And then they're attacking at range 1, which nobody is, and then they're moving up to 2. Oh, that's more than I wanted Damas to be dealing with. Uh-oh. But the last card should be a Naga card, so not too bad. All right, so Damas is at 4 energy, and yeah, let's just start doing it. So we're doing Burning Hands against one of the scarabs. It costs 1 energy, just like a regular attack. It is range 0, which is usually terrible for Damas, but here his power doesn't care. It's usually a 13+, but because I'm on fire, it's a 3+ to kill one of them. So, kind of like those Thras odds that he seems to be messing up with, is our first energy, first attack. We have 3 left. Dead scarab. 2nd, dead scarab. 3rd, dead scarab. That was beautiful. And Damas does have 1 energy left because I might want to run away. Oh, but first, that was 3. We do level up again. So let's see what we got. For Damas, I got Transmuter. Exchange up to 3 monsters in play, excluding the Tyrant, for up to 3 different monsters from play, or up to 5 if I'm on poison. This is actually a pretty amazing card with Thras, because I can change scarabs that have tons of life, or harpies that he sucks at hitting, into more Nagas, and then he can just wipe them out. Or Elementalist. Choose 1 element. Deal 1 damage to 1 monster on each tile of that element. Oh, but it's a once per game. No, I'm definitely getting Transmuter. That card's awesome with Thras. They might have to space them apart a bit more because they're getting too much stuff. All right, Thras, what you got? Transporter. Move 1 with 1 ally or 1 monster from your tile. And if I'm on ice with 2 allies or 2 monsters. I mean, the monster part is not as good. Okay, Breakthrough can only be used on your turn and it costs 2. What? Move 2 and then perform 1 attack roll. And if you're on ice, a bonus of 5 to the attack roll. That's kind of good. But Transporter, I mean, the thing is, Damas doesn't really want to be on the same space as him. But like, if they get together, That's just so economical, right? And also, like, when he's on a space with one enemy and then there's an enemy next to him, he can drag the one enemy with him so he can, like, do his double hit thing better. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Transporter, even though Breakthrough was pretty nice. And that's 3 of our 5 required level ups, although we have not yet gotten the monsters tile out, so it's not a big deal either way. Trying to decide if Damas should use 1 energy to move. I can't remember if Minas' cards, some of them activate like Harpies and Nagas, and this might be that kind of card. Let's take our chances. And gosh darn it. Oh, no, I'm okay. Harpies and Nagas spawn, but only Nagas attack. So it is a Naga focus card. And like I said, there's a lot of luck in the early tile placement, whether you get the 3rd portal out quickly or not. And even whether you get the 1st portal out, because there's 1 in the 1s and 1 in the 2s, I think. Okay, Nagas are attacking up to range 2. By the way, up to range 2, shoot. Because, yeah, range, as long as it's an uninterrupted line, counts for longer than 1 range. So this Naga's attacking me. This Naga's attacking him. All right, so for Damas, he's a 13 plus. Nope, he takes his first damage. He's down to 4. Hey, now we can transfuse him. And Tharas also takes 1 damage. Is down to 7. Maybe he shouldn't transfuse. Okay, and then every Naga moves up to 2. Remember, they want to be at 1 range. And that one's happy where he is. And we have gone through the entire deck. So yes, we have seen there are 2 Harpy focus cards, 2 Naga focus cards, and 2 Scarab focus cards, plus the Vortex. And we'll see how things go. All right, so first things first, I'm 100% having Damas use his last energy to get out of, death bomb range over there. But it's Thras's turn, and he has 5 energy. What do I want to do with all of that? I mean, I guess I could, just go and grab him and then use Transporter to move 1. That actually seems like a pretty good idea. I mean, I guess we'd be kind of running away, but for now, I think that's not a terrible thing to do. So yeah, let's use 1 of 5 energy to go there, 1 of 5 energy to transport, and then let's see what spawns. But I've got 3 energy left. Yeah, the board can sprawl, of course. Okay, a new portal, but also a healing scroll and nothing bad. Okay. Well, yeah, we're definitely not escaping the enemies much now. Oh, and we're going into the level 3s. Oh, another portal. Great. And a Harpy, though, so that's not too bad, at least. And again, it comes from the farthest tile, so I'm thinking it's this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So that portal is no more. All right, let's keep running. So Thras is gonna move with Damas over to here to get another healing scroll, and we get another tile, which is interesting, a 4-way with 2 Harpy, or not Harpies, Nagas. The negative to that being, gosh darn it, the negative to that being, if he goes in there, he's gonna, potentially spawn a ton of people. You know what would have been nice? Oh, I did move into a nice place. So actually, I have 3 energy left. But yeah, that taunt skill is looking like it might have been pretty good. Too bad I didn't get it. So man, I really want to move in there and attack, but I don't want to get mobbed. Whatever. I got 3 energy left, so I'll do 1 to move in. And let's go ahead and do a bunch of tiles. And here I've adjusted things up. All right, number 1, 2 Scarabs. I don't really want to deal with you. Why don't you go up there? Although this is a fire tile and they're on a fire tile, so probably I'll be able to come in and smash. Okay, and that's a dead end with a healing scroll. That's nice. Oh, and then here is Minas' tile. Until we have 5 experience cards, you can't move on to it. It won't do anything. Once we have 5 wherever we are, it'll flip and we'll actually make it adjust or place it, and he'll be over there. Okay, so we could explore more at this point, but kind of we just want to kill, kill, kill. So I've got 2 energy left. Let's go and attack both of those guys. So a single 3 will kill them both. Yay, not a 2 this time. Gets us 2 experience, and I'll save my last energy. Now, Damas, shoot. Why didn't I carry him? Well, too late to change my mind. But yeah, there's a decent chance somebody's going to spawn and then immediately bite him, because the spawning tends to happen first. That was a bad choice, Mike. Well, I got some healing scrolls. Should be okay. Yep, Harpies spawning on all of the things, and then moving 1, not far enough, and then attacking. So 1 all the way back here, and here, and here. Can you? Oh yeah, you can't see that. Okay, and then let's just move them all. Lots of people left behind, but lots of targets as well. Okay, and this one's attacking Damas, and he needs a 13 plus. That was a 2, so no, he's down to 3 life. That's if a turn comes around at Damas. You know what? I want him to do more than 3 energy will allow. So I'm gonna go and have out a turn, or you can even do it a monster turn. I'm going to have Thras take a damage and spend an energy to use Transfusion, which heals Damas 1 and gives him 2 more energy. So he's at 5. That's a lot of murdering. Yeah, because he's going to go 1 on that heart. Oh, wait, no, that's right. It doesn't matter if the target is in his space. What matters is that there's a monster in his space. Okay, so even though it's expensive, I'm going to spend 2 energy to use his Celestial Thunder ability. It would do 2 damage if I'm on ice, which I'm not, but it can hit 1 monster anywhere for 1 damage. So boom, blasted that guy. Okay, then 1 energy for a Harpy. Got him. Remember, it's a 4+ if he's by himself. Energy for another Harpy. Got him. Almost got a 20. That gets us. Oh, we got to another +1 energy thing, so he's got 2 energy left. So he's going to move over here and save his last energy to potentially transmute those scarabs into easily killable Nagas on Thras's turn. Heck yeah. Well, let's see if that's how it works out. Oh, it is a scarab activation, so more scarabs are spawning. We are running out of monsters, by the way. And then they would attack, but luckily they're not there. And then scarabs and Nagas move up to 2 to get to us. There are a few of them over there, but their range is usually up to 2, so that's not too bad. All right, it is Thras's turn to go up to 4 energy, but Damas will spend 1 to transmute up to 3 monsters in play to different monsters. And luckily we had 3 Nagas left in the supply, because we might not have. All right, now for Thras's first action, he'll attack 2 of those dudes. Yep, dead. And then for his second action, he'll attack the last one. Yep, dead. Gets us 3 more experience. Very nice. And I've got 2 energy left, but honestly, I think I might stop there because we really want to let like the horde of monsters come and build up a ton of energy. If the Scarab moves in, Damas has his Burning Hands. So we've got some options here. So yeah, I don't feel the need to spend Thras's last 2 energy. And okay, we got a Naga focus card. So we spawn more Naga. Definitely going to be attacking right next to me, obviously. Okay, and then every Naga moves 1 and then attacks at 1 range. Okay, so we're not going to be mobbed. Oh, and all the Harpies move 1 as well. So, that's a thing. This Naga, by the way, is attacking. I'll have him attack Damas, actually, since I have healing potions, because he has a 13+ to block instead of a 15+. Well, not enough. He's down to 3. All right, yeah, I mean, Thras can kill literally all those guys, but it's Damas's turn. He's got only 3 energy. So I think I'll keep doing the plan and hope I don't draw the Naga 2-range attack card. And I'm going to just do a single attack against the Naga right next to us. Although, should I even do that now that I think about it? Because unless I draw that 1 card, they're not going to be attacking anyway. And I really want Thras to be able to do everything. So I'm just going to actually keep all 3 of my energy. You can max out at 7 and hope I don't draw another Naga card. I didn't. Yay! Okay, so Harpies spawn. We do have just 3 of them left. We were basically out of monsters, but you know, they're coming to us. We're ready for them. Then they would attack in their space. Thank God there aren't any. And then, oh man, shoot. Oh, good. I have energy to use Transmute because I was like, oh, Thras cannot hit all of these Harpies. That's not going to work. Now, I do still have to be worried about infinite Naga horde over there. But Thras has 5 energy. I'm going to have Damas spend 1 energy to turn. Oh, I don't have enough. Shoot. I don't have enough Nagas to transform them. So I got to like kill some Nagas first. I mean, a Harpy card just went. And actually, we've had both Harpy cards. So there's a decent chance. I mean, not a decent chance. There's like 100% chance that Damas will not get bothered. So let's have Thras move twice. 1, carry a Naga, 2. And then I've got 3 attacks for 6 Naga. I'm just going to try to kill them all and level us up like crazy here. All right, so attack 1 on 2 Naga. Got them both. And before we do anything else, I did level up. So let's see. Oh, man, here's the best one. Necklace of Cerberus. Your attacks deal 3 1-damage attacks instead of 2. Or Intimidation, ignore one attack that targets you. Yeah, whatever. I'm getting the necklace, obviously. And for these permanent upgrades, you actually slot them in. So now there we go. And we are 1 away from being able to fight the boss. Okay. Ooh, what is this? For 3 energy, perform 4 attack rolls. And if I'm on poison, a bonus of +2 to the rolls. Although I guess it's only 1 more than I would normally be. Or Master of the Elements. During a hero or monster phase, change the element of 1 tile to another element. Oh, and I guess that lasts for the rest of the turn, so I could make, like, Burning Hands work anywhere. I like that one better than the Focus, actually. Especially because it'll give me, like, an easier time using Burning Hands on the boss. All right, well, shoot. I've got 2 energy left, but now I hit 3 people, so let's go for 3 Naga first. Got them. I would not have hit the Harpies, so I'm glad I didn't target them. I've got 1 energy left. Should I go for... Yeah, I mean, let's take a chance. If I get a 13 plus, I'll kill the harpies too. So here we go. This is Thros's last energy. Hey, there we go. 3 more kills, gets both of us an energy, which means Damas is up to 4. But yeah, I think we'll stop there because he can blast a bunch of people on his turn. All right, and Naga attack. Well, I just killed like the entire universe of Naga, so that should be fine. All right, so Naga and Harpy. Naga and Harpy. And we ran out of them, so I'll just do double Naga down here. Okay, and then they're attacking at range 2. So we'll take 1 on Damas and 1 on Thras, although we'll have to use some healing in a second. Okay, Damas needs a 13 plus. Nope, almost. And he's down to 2 life. And Thras needs a 15 plus. Definitely not. He's down to 5 life. Okay, and then the Nagas move up to 2. Although remember, they don't want to get closer than range 1 to us. All right. So there's 2 cards left. There's the Scarab card, and there's the Portal that's going to actually level us up, the last thing I need, which means the boss will spawn. So, Oh, by the way, I was dumb. I didn't have to take the chance with that final Harpy roll. I could have had Damas use his whatchamacallit ability, his transmuter, to get Thras in a better place for his power. Oh, well. Oh, and also... Yeah, Thras definitely moved into ice. What am I doing, man? So I should have 2 energy for him instead of 1. Okay, there are a billion enemies around for Damas to attack, but there's also 3 enemies on me. But Burning Hands can hit them on a 3 plus, so I can kill them. So sure, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 attacks to attack those guys. Talking about the Harpies on my space, and Scarabs are about to activate, so we don't have to be too scared. Dead. We're looking for 3 plus. Dead. And that gets us... No, we need 1 more to level up, but I do have 1 more energy. Honestly, let's keep the 1 energy, even though we're about to level up, because that'll let me transmute on Thras's turn. Okay, we dig the Scarab card. So we're spawning... We do have more Scarabs, although we're, again, getting low on enemies. Okay, and then they would attack in their space. No. And then... Oh, and Harpies and Scarabs moving 1. Well, let's send them all to Thras, is my thought. And then we can kind of try to do some sort of insane transmuting thing. That's too many enemies. What the heck? Yeah, Thras has 5 energy, but Damas only has 1 transmute. That part's not as good. That he doesn't have enough energy. If he was on a poison space, we could transmute 5 monsters, but he's not. If he had 1 more energy, you could use Master of Elements to treat it as a poison space, although I guess if he had 1 more energy, you could just transmute twice. Well, so it goes. We'll go ahead and have Damas use Transfusion to turn, I guess, the 3 Harpies into 3 Nagas instead of transmuting the Scarabs. Okay, and then for Thras's first, he has 5 energy. His first action, he'll go ahead and attack the 3 Naga. Hit. Oh, man, that would have hit everybody. Oh, well. That gets us 3, so we are going to level up and the boss will spawn, which is maybe not quite what I wanted to happen. Okay, Hammer Tornado. It costs 2. It hits on a 13 plus or 7 plus on fire. Deal 1 damage to every monster on your tile. Man, that seems like a pretty good thing with where I am right now. Or Devastation is an automatic deal 1 damage to all monsters on your tile. I think that's the better one, just because I don't have that much energy. And Damas... He's getting Teleportation. Teleport with any allies of your choice to a tile of your choice, regardless of their location, for free. Or Stalagmites. Deal 1 damage to 1 monster on each tile at range 1. Nah, I like the Teleportation. We'll get 2 throwaway ones. Because we're about to spawn the boss. If you use throwaway cards so you were below the number, like if we had 4 cards and then thrown away each of us to go down to 3, then we'd level up to 4. We would still not spawn him. But we can spawn to 5, get him on the board, and then throw away, and there's no problem. All right, so he's coming out. We do pull away the super far portal, and there he is. And he's got 25 life, and we just got to kill the dude. All right, and before Thras does anything, I think I'm actually going to use Devastation just right now and deal 1 damage to everybody on his space. I know we're losing our chance to do a big transmute, but it'll get rid of both of those Harpies, and that's pretty cool. And that gets us 1 XP away from getting an extra energy. Then I'm going to do Transporter for 1 energy. I have 3 left. Since I'm on ice, I can move it to 2 monsters. So let's pull 2 of these damaged boys over here. Then I have 3 energy left. I'm going to use 1 to attack all 3 of them. So if I get a 7 plus, they all die. Gosh darn it, I just got the Naga. It does get us 1 energy back, though. So we're back to 3, and Damas is back to 1. Okay, I'm going to attack again just to kill both of them, I think. Great. There we go. They're both dead. So we're pretty close to leveling up again because you can go beyond. Then I've got 2 energy left, which is not enough to get to like the boss. And besides, Damas can just teleport me on either of our turns anyway. So I think I might as well wait, although I am on a spawn point. But so is the boss. If we wait a second, he'll probably move in. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use use one of my healing scrolls, though, to get Damas back to 4 life, because he was at 2, and that seems like a little low when you're next to the boss. Oh, wait a second. There's only 1 card left in the deck, which is going to be the dumb one that doesn't do anything. So we're teleporting right now, I think. Although, shoot. I still don't have any way for Thras to hurt the boss. The boss is a 13 plus for him. I mean, if I hit, I do 3 damage. Oh, well, I'm still using teleportation and bringing us both here. Oh, wait. No, I guess I don't. Oh, wait, here. I got an idea. Okay. So we are using teleportation. We are both, or no, what does it say? Teleport with any allies of your choice. Yeah. So I'm going to go like that. And then, and by the way, I entered ice. It doesn't say move into ice. It says enter ice. And then I'm going to use transporter. And since I'm on ice, I can bring both of us to here. Yes. And now we're ready for maximum fire burning death. Yeah, I like this. And we're going to stop there for energy because I want to see if Thras gets any like cool new attacks because we are doing the portal. And for Minos, being the nice guy he is, he just gives us 4 experience, which is enough for us to level up again. All right, so come on. Give me like some hammer the boss skill. Horns of a Satyr. When you lose life on a poison tile, deal 1 damage to a monster, and the boss does count as a monster. Or Sacrifice. Lose 1 damage to deal 3 damage, or if on fire, deal 4. Ooh! So if I can just heal him more, yeah, that's good. We'll get that. Because that, I mean, it might kill him, but it will hurt the boss a whole bunch. Okay, and how about Damas? Body swap. Swap positions of 2 figures. Meh. Eruption. Deal 2 damage on each fire tile. Meh. I mean, we're on a fire tile, but, well, I guess some monsters are. So we could, like, kind of thin out the horde and also maybe get some energy back. All right, fine, I'll get it, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. Ooh, although I could use Master of the Elements to change non-fire tiles to fire tiles and then do, like, a giant eruption. But that's so much energy, I just want to kill the boss. And it's my time to do so because I'm at 4 energy. And let's see, should I do a transfusion to get him to 6 energy? But then Thras's Sacrifice does 4 damage per energy spent, which until he's about to die is actually better. So no. We'll just do Burning Hands 4 times. I mean, there's really no reason not to, so it's a 3+ each time to deal 2 damage to the boss. So 1, hit, 2, hit, come on, 20, 3, nope, hit, and 4, well, hit. So he's down to 17. That's not... Well, I guess how much is... Sacrifice does 4. So, yeah, if we... Okay, yeah, we're going to win on Thras's next turn. Let's see what the boss's activation does, but he's not going to get to do very much, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so first, the boss attacks if he's at range 1, twice for 1 damage. So we can decide to split it up or not, but I think we rolled a separate defense for each. I'm going to actually have Damas tank both because I want Thras to be sacrificing his life. Oh, that's a block. 13+, and another block. You suck, boss. Okay, then we're spawning Scarabs, and they're attacking on their space, and then Scarabs and Harpies are moving in 1. Y'all are too late. Don't you realize? Because Thras is about to go boss. That was dumb. Yeah, so I'll heal him 2 to 7. He's got 6 energy because I saved it all. And he can just use this over and over to do 4 damage for free just by losing life. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him down to 1 life. But 1 life is enough because that's 24 damage. So 24. The boss needs 17. So we have enough to kill both Scarabs and then do more to the boss. I guess 20 more. So, all right. So that was a sort of anticlimactic ending because that power is so great. But we have defeated Minos. All right. So that is Boktor, one of the easiest bosses with 2 of the characters. Let's talk about some thoughts on this one. So good stuff. Why I picked this as my PAX game, my number 1 game of PAX. This game is really quick to play. It's very straightforward to teach, as you could see. It was easy to teach to gamers. It was easy to teach to my 13-year-old. It has a lot of cooperation, lots of abilities, especially for some characters where you can do stuff on their turn where you can help them out. If you save energy from your turn, you can, as you saw, do fun little like movements and backup things. And like there's a lot of strategic play here to avoid enemies and kite away from them and that kind of stuff. So I like the core tactical play here. I also like the hero diversity. I think this is awesome how different each hero plays and how like different tactically you want to arrange yourselves and where you want to be, especially in higher player count games. Because like some characters like Nissa, who fights better when there's more heroes, you kind of need to play at least 3 or 4 players for her to come into her own. But we played like a 5-player game at the convention and it was still super fast. And how many, dungeon crawly experiences can say that? And then I think the diverse cards among the heroes are great. Definitely make them each feel very different and give them lots of cool powers and options. And the enemy activation is very quick and straightforward. Even when you have like a billion monsters on the board, it's still pretty easy to resolve. So all of those are positives. I think this is a fun, varied, exciting dungeon crawler experience. I think the characters are easy to play with. It plays very nicely with high player counts. Lots of cool stuff going on there. All right, now what are some negatives? Die rolling, of course. You can very much mitigate your die chances, and if you're attacking where your characters are good, you usually have like a very, very, very high chance of succeeding. Like, what is this? 4+, that's only 3, so that's an 85% chance of hitting each time. You saw that even though I missed a couple of times, it didn't like drastically affect things. But yes, die roll luck can be frustrating, especially like when you're using an expensive ability that costs like 2 energy and you miss with it. And especially, wait, was that actually a 1? The 1 taking away an energy, like it's going to be a groaning moment, so that could work for some groups and not for others. Of course, the 20 giving you an energy is awesome, so you got to kind of weigh that and see if that's something that would be exciting or frustrating for your group. Another complaint is that the cards don't feel fully balanced. Like some of them are very niche in their uses, some of them are amazing. Big example are the items, at least some of them. So like Necklace of Cerberus, if you get that early for this character, he has increased his attack power by 50% for a single card at no cost. So, I'm not sure how to balance these better. You do want some cards to feel more exciting when you draw them, but I do feel like the game is somewhat swingy based on which cards come out when for which characters, because it can change their power level quite a lot. There's also some luck in which order the enemy cards come out. Like if there's a 1/5 chance you'll draw another Naga card, but if you do, you get attacked like 15 times. That can certainly push your game different ways. But a bigger complaint with these enemy cards is that the different bosses make enemies activate more often and activate in nastier ways. You'll see like for the nastier bosses, you get more like double turns where more people move and they have like longer range or they attack harder. And of course, the boss activations are harder. But that's it. Besides activating the minions somewhat differently, having somewhat different activations for themselves, and besides having different effects on these little spinner things, like look, Nixus has some like lowering health things, and Krenor, which is like the biggest boss, he has some of those as well. But really, like, they aren't that different. It would be cool. I mean, I know they're going for like a very quick kind of light vibe, but it'd be cool if the bosses had more unique stuff. Like if they, boosted the enemies in some way or had some other activation before they came out on the board. Because you saw, like, once they come out on the board, maybe not as much with the stronger heroes who have like bosses who have like 50 life, but the game can be over very quickly. So really playing Minos doesn't feel different from playing Gallios, doesn't feel that different from playing Nixus, except that the game is longer and you level up more, which is a difference. But yeah, I wish that the bosses were actually like different and had their own mechanics. But again, that might push the game out of the light feeling they're going for. I also would like to see even more diversity in the characters and their leveling, and it seems like it's planned. So look at these boards for a second. You see how there's like a slot here and a slot here and a slot here and a slot here? Currently in my prototype, the only thing that slots in is a better attack item for some of them. So you gotta think, they're going to have more of these, right? Like they're going to add more cards to the hero deck that'll change up your other stats. So like other heroes can be faster and stuff. Maybe. Otherwise, it seems like just a weird kind of physical component choice. But yeah, I'd like even more ways to like level up the heroes. I think that would be a lot of fun. I do think the core tactics can get a little bit samey. Like you want to be fighting monsters, but you want to be staying away from the portals. You want to be killing things, but not getting mobbed. I think on a turn-to-turn basis, it's still really fun and the action choices are cool. but, it can be a little bit repetitive. And then even though I did really like the game at 5 players, and it was kind of amazing how well it played, you only get 3 energy on each of your turns, unless somebody moves the level up track to get you another one. So when you're playing with 5 or 6 players, unless you are really careful with how you shepherd your energy, you're going to run out and have a whole bunch of turns where you can't do anything, and the downtime will be higher. It still wasn't bad downtime compared to some much heavier dungeon crawlers, but it is there. So yeah, it's not like Boktor is my favorite game of the year. There are some wrinkles in this prototype. And the thing is, the prototype seems so close to done. I don't know if they're doing any more development or if this is pretty much it. So that remains to be seen on the crowdfunding page. I still love what I'm doing with the game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it fills a really cool, quick, light dungeon crawl space. But there are some upgrades I would like to see just to make it even a bit more varied and exciting. So we'll see what happens. But that's my preview of Boktor. Hope it was helpful. And thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.